major event coming up with side booster shutdown and separation.
What's up, guys? My name's Taco, and today is Tuesday. Loot games can be expensive. So, when my roommate conspicuously sent me a free game on Steam, I figured, hey, I'd give it a shot. After all, it's about space! And there's only two things that I care about, and it's cats and space. So today I played Written in the Sky. Is it really spoilers if you guys are never gonna play this? You play Azure, a young high school girl whose favorite hobbies include sleeping her life away and definitely being 18. Like most millennials, you favor sleep to both an ineffective school system and social responsibilities. Because of that, you bail on class at every single opportunity to just go home and take a nap. Ah, a woman after my own heart. This gets you in a lot of trouble with your father, though, who would have found out even if the school didn't call him, because he's a really good detective, and you aren't the least bit sneaky about just skipping school. For skipping class, the punishment is to go to your room for the night. But joke's on him, because that's where your bed is and it's not like you do anything else anyway. For some reason, you decide that tonight is the night that you're going to take up a rebellious streak, because, you know, lot reasons, and you sneak out your window to go exploring into the night. After getting yourself lost because you don't understand basic city layout and forgot your phone, you decide to antagonize a random pedestrian and chase her down like a madman. She leads you to a random building that houses the one ring to roll that You know what? That's about right. You put it on for plot reasons, and it gets stuck on your hand. Now the tables are turned, and the pedestrian chases you instead. You get home just as the sun is coming up, and are incredibly surprised when you don't get any sleep. But that's okay, because you find an empty classroom and take a nice long nap, until that damn pedestrian wakes you up and tells you that she wants your finger. Like a normal sane person faced with losing fingers, you run home to your policeman dad because he'll protect you, or not. You get back to find out the crazy lady has replaced your father with the mind of a goldfish, and now he is totally useless. Zero use whatsoever. At this point, faced with no other options, you hear out the crazy finger lady. Her name is Sienna, and she claims to be the Queen of Mars, and you have a ring that belongs to her. It makes you the King of Mercury, and she tells you that you need to marry her in order to unite the two kingdoms and prevent a system-wide war. You come to the conclusion that something was lost in translation, and she didn't want your finger, but your hand. She wants to marry you. What? This is seen as less crazy for some reason. Marrying her would of course mean giving up your life here on Earth. It's a big decision, so like all major life changes, she gives you 24 hours to decide. The next day at school, you get in trouble for contemplating abandoning everything. So you say fuck it and abandon everything like a champ. You head home to find Sienna casually hanging out in your bedroom, as if it's not weird at all. In order to be romantic, you attempt to propose to her in her own language, but accidentally ask if she wants some fuck. She accepts, because like every good monarch, she has to. The only logical conclusion now is that you consummate your marriage, even though she doesn't actually ask if it's okay with you. And no self-respecting 18-year-old has these childish sheets! Now, I was kind of concerned about the situation because she doesn't really ask if you're okay with going to bed with her. But you do ask her to have sex with you in her own language. So I consulted my legal team, which just consists of one guy in the criminal justice department at my university, if Sienna could justifiably claim that she had consent if you asked her. He said no. That's not how this works.
Damn, I'm gonna need verbal confirmation that you're grasping the details of this agreement!
So I asked if she would at least get diplomatic immunity. I got a more in-depth reaction this time. Taco, what are you doing with your life? And that really hit home, you know? It really hit. So now it's time to go to Mars, but first step is to wrap up any loose ends. I mean, you don't really have any, or so you claim. Are you sure? Are you sure you don't have a male figure stuck in the mind of a goldfish in the other room? Are you sure? So Sienna changes your dad back to normal, and because it would be too difficult to explain, you leave him in painful agony, forever wondering what happened to both of his eyes and his beloved daughter. You and Sienna live happily ever after. Yeah. Wait. What do you mean it's not done? Oh shit. Oh, shit. Okay. You follow up on Azure and Sienna after a short break, during the unveiling of some form of unnamed monument. The two of you are reveling in just how far you and Mars have come since you first took power. And Sienna hints at being pregnant with your baby. Wait, what? That's not how biology works! Are you cheating on me? A giant mech shows up and you're gonna have to pilot in the war yourself, because that's the kind of monarchy you joined. This game was silly. When looking into it, it actually had good ratings on Steam, but it's pretty clear that they were all for the meme, which includes mine now. But overall, it was okay. Nothing spectacular stands out about this game, other than the fact that you don't make any choices throughout it, which makes this no better than a PowerPoint presentation about alien smut. Its entire plot was written purely for the sake of a really long sex scene between a very small girl and a hot alien, which I'm sure is somebody's kink, but its presentation is pretty poor. I mean, hell, I only really had to censor some of this, because the game itself censors Azure in like every scene using the dialogue box. It's much less work for me, but it's still shoddy craftsmanship, which docks us some points. This is also the longest ever sex scene of anything that I have ever played in my life. The sex scene literally lasts 20 minutes. This is an 80-minute long game. 25% of this game is just porn. What the hell? And it made me uncomfortable the whole time. Azure is a fucking lolly. There's no questioning it. She's wearing a Power Ranger hoodie. She has adorable animal sheets. This is just statutory rape, guys. However, probably the worst part of this game is that despite going to Mars, I wasn't able to save Opportunity or Spirit from a cold, isolated death. But it features giant mechs and whack plot points, so I guess it was okay. So, I guess you can play this game if you want. It's super short and it's free, so the only thing that you're wasting is your life. On a scale of good rovers, I would give this an insight, because it isn't as great as like Opportunity or Spirit, but it serves its purpose. Well guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click here for more like it. If you hated this video, click on this one for something totally different. If none of the videos appear, consider yourself lucky. There's no end card here. This game doesn't deserve one.